Hello all and welcome to my office. This is the place where I spend most of my weekdays reading, writing and planning my teaching. Back here I have my table that is just placed in front of the window for a very good reason. The subject for today is composing your image when you're making videos. I will focus on talking head videos like these that I mostly do for my students, where I place myself in front of a camera and talk about something hopefully relevant. A lot has been said about composition when it comes to video making, but I will only focus on two things that I think are the most important. I will talk about light, which I think is the main thing in all photo and videography, but I will also address the subject of depth, which I also think is something to think about when you are making videos and when you are recording yourself. A rule of thumb is that when you are looking at an image, your gaze is most often focused on the brightest part of the image. And therefore it is of very big importance that when you record yourself, you should make yourself brighter than your background, because this is what feels most natural for the viewer. I have resolved this by just placing my table where I make these videos close to the window, and when I do this, I will most certainly be more brighter than the background because I'm closer to the light source than my background. Try to find a light source and try to place you so that you are facing the light source. The second thing I want to talk about is about depth or layers in your image. Many images have a foreground, which is the front part of the image, then you have a middle ground, which is the middle of the image, and also the background, which is the backest part of your image. In this situation I only have two layers where I have placed myself in front of the camera and then I have the background behind me. But I have also elaborated with a different view that looks like this. Here I have pushed back my camera so that I can get this foreground of my table and my computer, me being in the middle and having the background behind me. And one last thing that I want to talk about, that you can really elaborate and work with both layers and light to really create an interesting or more appealing image. What I occasionally do is this. So now I have created a light setup where I have pulled down my curtains on my window but added a video light that shines directly on my face. And this setup adds contrast to this frame where I have a bigger contrast between the lighter areas that is my face and the darker areas that are in shadow because I have pulled down the drapes on my window. So I hope this provided you with some insight on what to think about when you place yourself in front of the camera. Have a nice day.